Many parts of rural New Zealand are still connecting via satellite internet, as well as, of course, the rural broadband wireless internet, and know well of the company Farmside. So I have on the line General Manager Jason Sharp from Farmside, because, Jason, we're really excited to partner together about next weekend with young farmers. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, hey, that's exciting. The 50th celebration, I guess, of the awards, and we recognise that we can play a part or a role in that, in the delivery of it. So for all Farmside customers that are going to be streaming the awards, we're actually going to zero rate the data. So what that means, it doesn't actually impact their data allocation. So if you're a satellite customer, you'll know that your data allocation is fairly limited and similar in RBI, but for this weekend with Farmside, we're going to zero rate it, so it has no impact at all.
Effectively, it's going to kick off about 5:30 on newshub.co.nz. I'll be hosting you for 5 hours. Backstage, we'll have lots of guests and throwback to what's happening on stage with T-Radar and the finalists and the quiz, celebrating a lot of the old TV history. The reason it's online is purely because we can reach more people, and thanks to MediaWorks for doing that. But thank you so much, Jason and Farmside, for coming on board, because there was a lot of feedback at the start when we announced it was an online-only product, and it hasn't been too hard and technical for you to do?
No, it hasn't. So we've got the smarts within our network to deliver this. Hey, we see this as a good opportunity to put into practice what we're going to put into practice next year for the Rugby World Cup. Obviously, well, that's going to be streamed. So we're looking forward to delivering this.
Are you saying that it'll be no data to watch the Rugby World Cup?
I am not saying that at all, but it's up for consideration. We're just trying to understand what a rugby pass may look like in a Farmside environment for our rural customers.
And exciting things you launched at Field Days as well. Can you explain about that?
Yeah, it was, and we've seen some marvellous success off the back of it. So just recognising that data is precious in rural. So we threw another 50 gigabit per month into our RBI plan for the same price, and our existing customers and new customers are enjoying more data for the same price. So that's always good.
You had the Rural Connectivity Symposium this week, Jason. What was your biggest learnings from feedback at that?
Yeah, absolutely. Great day. So the biggest learning was around RBI2. So RBI2 is the next iteration of pushing broadband deeper into rural New Zealand. Just understanding the challenges and the difficulty around that. There are 34,000 homes that are going to be targeted with this next stream over the next 4 years. But unfortunately, at the end of all that investment in that program, there will still be 16,000 homes that will not be able to receive government funded or government subsidised broadband. So not great for those rural households, but if I look at it with my Farmside hat on, that's right in our sweet spot for delivering our satellite broadband. But our preference would be to get RBI out to those homes if we could.
Two quick last questions for you around technology and where it's going. One is for those 16,000 homes, obviously they're on satellite. One, is satellites getting cheaper when you've got the likes of, Peter Beck and Rocket Lab being able to find cheaper satellite technology? And two, is there new technology coming in for people like that to put in their own infrastructure to bounce across hills to make things easier too, that we're not aware of?
Yeah, there is new satellite technology coming, and we're already having conversations with those potential new satellite partners and what that looks like. But that's still a couple of years away. There is an alternative right now. You talked about organisations putting repeaters on hills, etc. There's a wonderful community out there called Whisper, the wireless internet service providers of New Zealand. They're typically regional, local ISPs delivering in those hard-to-reach areas as well. So they are part of the RBI2 program, but unfortunately, at the end of it, there will be the homes that we talked about that will only have satellite.
Jason, personally, will you be watching rugby this weekend, or the Young Farmers live streamed on newshub.co.nz?
Oh, I'll be watching it with interest. Obviously, with us streaming, I want to ensure that it's a good user experience, which we anticipate it will be, and some amazing finalists in the mix as well. So I can't wait.
No, neither can I. This Saturday night, the 7th of July, from 5:30, we'll be live streaming the 50th FMG Young Farmer of the Year Grand Final on newshub.co.nz. I'll see you there. And Jason Sharp from Farmside, thank you again. The announcement, if you're on Farmside, you will use no data to go and watch the live stream on newshub.co.nz. Thank you so much, Jason Sharp from Farmside.
Radio Live Rural Exchange.
So, of course, that was Jason Sharp, the GM from Farmside, talking around no data caps for Saturday the 7th of July for the 50th FMG Young Farmer of the Year. Now, the marketing manager for Young Farmers joins me now, Caroline Bennett. I've been working really closely with to ensure that everything hopefully goes to plan for this live stream. Can you just talk us through, Caroline, what you've been through to get to the stage, not only to live stream but also no data?
Yeah, no, so it's brilliant to have partners like Farmside come on board to offer their customers the opportunity to watch without using their data. It's going to be amazing to be able to live stream this event alongside with MediaWorks to show everyone around rural New Zealand how the contest is still running in its 50th year this year. So it's been brilliant. Hey,
and I know that you've been one of the people responsible for pulling together the archives, both photos and all the television coverage. Have you been sort of having a bit of a watch through some of those old programs?
Yeah, no, I have. It's been brilliant watching back through the archive. It did take us a bit of work to get them off the old VCR, but we've been having a great time reviewing them and putting little snippets together to celebrate as part of our Thursday night celebrations in Invercargill next week.
Okay, so Thursday night is the 50th dinner as opposed to the awards on Saturday. What's the plans for the Thursday night? A lot of old past winners?
Yeah, so we're really lucky. We've got 38 of the 49 past winners coming to join us, as well as other grand finalists that have competed, and also those who have been really instrumental in organising it, such as Ray Lou, who was part of the Scalarup era. So we're going to be having a great dinner, celebrating the old times, but also talking about the future of the contest, in particular the Agri-Kids and the Teen Ag competitions.
Oh, it'd be so awesome, the alumni, effectively, all in one room, and also to see where they have been and what they've been doing for their lives post their winning, usually around their late 20s. And, of course, for Saturday, how you've been in touch with the 7 finalists on a regular basis, I'd imagine. Caroline, how are they feeling?
Oh, I think, they're getting themselves prepared. They've been in the right mind game, and we've had some great support from Farmstrong and getting their heads in the right place for this big week, because we do test them to the max. It's 3 full-on days of technical, practical, and then finishing up with the quiz. So I think they're all feeling pretty prepared, but a little bit nervous, but I don't think that does them any harm.
What about the kids? Agri-Kids and Teen Ag is the young version of Young Farmer of the Year. What sort of cool stories and places that these children are coming from all over the country to Invercargill?
Yeah, so we've got around 100 kids coming to compete in those 2 competitions, and they've been working really hard to upskill themselves, but also to fundraise, because getting to Invercargill can be a little bit pricey. So they've been holding quiz nights and different activities to raise money, and they've also been getting the grand finalists from their region to come and talk to them about different things, which is really cool and just shows that promotion over the years that we're trying to put together.
One thing we haven't talked about is the end prize. I mean, there's, of course, the title of it, which is something you have with you for the rest of your life. But, it's quite considerable, the amount of sponsorship dollars and prizes that put into the competition, not just the winner as well.
Oh, definitely. The first place obviously gets sort of over $80,000 worth of prizes, but they all walk away with a number of prizes sort of up to that 4-5K, as well as challenge prizes. So we're very lucky to have an amazing sponsor family who have gone on board to really help give those awesome prizes. But like you say, if you ask Nigel Woodhead, who won last year, it was all about that trophy and that cloak of knowledge that really mattered to him.
Getting around the country and meeting a lot of these past winners as part of the footage, which will be on demand on 3Now app. So if you are clever enough with your iPad or your phone or even your smart TV, download the 3Now app, and from Saturday the 14th of July there will be 3 episodes featuring all the beautiful history in my interviews with a lot of those winners as well. But Caroline, one underlying theme was about how many of them not only still have those prizes, like the Hilux or the Suzuki bike or the tractor. But the beautiful stories of how, in the 80s in Rogernomics, it's those prizes that actually got them through.
Oh, definitely. Like, I've had the opportunity over the last 6 months to get back in contact with the 227 grand finalists, and the stories are amazing. Like, some of them saying, I couldn't have got a bank loan if I hadn't won because I had that prestige beside me. The bank, took the opportunity to lend me that money when they wouldn't have. But I think the funniest story has to be one of the previous winners. He now has in his will that he has to be buried with his tractor that he won. So that's a pretty big hole.
What, can they still do that? That's amazing. I thought you were going to say the trophy, not this tractor. Oh, goodness. And also working closely with the wonderful Kate Taylor. And many will know her from her beautiful on-farm stories in the NZ Farmer, which is sadly closed, print newspaper. Kate, you've employed to do the book.
Yeah, so I've been working really closely with Kate around putting together the 50-year book. So it's going to be an amazing history. Like, I grew up watching this, as I know most people did. So actually being able to read the history and learning all the little facts, and I've put a few myths to bed around whether you should, compete back to back, or whether people win more the first time or the second time they compete. So it's been really interesting putting all those little facts together with Kate, and we're really excited about the book coming out. Not till 2019, but we want to have that 50th winner in there, so it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. I'm getting so excited. And that 50th winner will be announced on newshub.co.nz, live streamed for 5 hours from 5:30 p.m. You can join me and all my multiple guests backstage. Tune in wherever you are in the world, and you will be able to see who is that 50th FMG Young Farmer of the Year. Thank you so much, Carolyn Bennett, for joining.
Radio Live Rural Exchange.